Hello again. It's nice to come and be with you from the Eastern Gate. Not only the Eastern Gate, but the most easterly point in all of North America this morning. Isn't it appropriate that there's a cross planted here at the very Eastern Gate of North America? I pray to God that it will always be here and stay here as a symbol, as a sign. That's what our nations were founded on. When our forefathers came, they tried to bring the gospel of the good news with them when they came. Some were fleeing persecution, some were in dire straits in other ways, but they came to these shores hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Yes, the First Nations people were here first, and they were here. My ancestors are First Nations as well, but I just want to give God all the praise that all the land, the earth and its fullness belongs to the Lord. So welcome to be with me this morning here at the Eastern Gate. Behind me, I know there are some whales that have been coming up, but maybe we'll capture some while I'm videoing this message. I just felt in my heart this morning to share with you from this Eastern Gate that it's a time like never before that we stood in the gateways, that we prayed with all fervency in the gateways to make our prayers be heard and our thoughts be known in this hour. Never have we seen such a time where such things are coming to our gateways in our nations, in our homes, in our lives that we've had to deal with. In our country, we have seen tremendous changes in just the last 12 months that have brought not so many nice things to our gateway. And yet we must still continue to stand. We must continue to realize the power of the cross in our prayers, in our moving forward. And as I stand here at the Eastern Gate, which is my prayer room, what you see around you, the land, this is where I hike, this is where I come and be with the Lord, this is where I come and pray. And sometimes I can feel pretty alone standing here trying to pray in this Eastern Gateway. And I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. And I know there are many others who are praying as well. But we need to, in this hour, in these gateways, to make sure we're praying the Father's will. Not just our own ideas, our own initiatives, but praying the Father's will. Recently, we've had some very unusual things happening in the Eastern Gate, signs to me. Just the other day, we have a tremendous abundance in this gateway this year that I haven't seen in many, many years. Whales and dolphins and seabirds and otters and seals, all right in the harbor, right in this Eastern Gate. And I've been talking to the Lord about it, and I wrote that song a while back, and I released it already, You Parted the Sea Just For Me. Well, it was right here behind me. I had that vision where I see the Lord's hand come down and part the sea, open it up. Well, what does that mean? That means He's opening up things in this hour, in this day, in people's lives, in nations that have not been seen, not been revealed before. And I believe it's an abundance of wisdom, an abundance of knowledge, an abundance of revelation that will give us the strength to keep moving in this very, very desperate hour we find ourselves in the world. When you look around me here this morning, you see all this beauty that's all around, the ocean behind me, magnificent beauty here in the Eastern Gate. And yet, we have to make sure we're praying the Father's will. He's allowing things to come, and we're allowing them. Our leaders are allowing them. But we have to stand and pray according to His will, to stand in the gap, to stand in the gateways. And as I was in my home the other day, I saw a gannet came and dove after a fish right in front of our house. When the gannet hit the water, an eagle came out of nowhere behind the trees and struck the gannet. I'm assuming he was after the fish the gannet was going to get it, but maybe he was after the gannet as well, because eagles have been known to take gulls. I've seen them take gulls right out of the air for breakfast or lunch. They are a bird of prey. And I thought, Lord, what does this all mean? And so, fast forward to just the other day, we had an eagle land on the telephone pole right in front of our house again. And I was videotaping him, a young eagle, very young eagle, probably most likely this year's. and he seemed a little bit awkward, and I was 20 feet from him, and he got his head down as if he was going to plunge after me, going to attack me, and I kind of giggled and made some chirps at him, and instantly, I didn't know what had happened at the moment, but it looked like he reared up, and his whole body went stiff, and he fell over backwards from the top of the pole, and he let out a scream as he fell, and he went right down. He struck the pavement, which was at least 30 feet below him, and he just opened his wings. And afterwards, a neighbor told me that he seen sparks coming out of the wire. I thought, that's exactly what happened. He got an electric shock. But thank goodness he wasn't killed. He flew off into the harbor, and he scared off every gull that was around in the sunset. What is the Lord saying again in the Eastern Gate? He wants to infuse his eagles, his watchmen, with new power. I believe we're about to have a power surge in our prayer and in our intercession in the gateways that we haven't seen before, because we have to have it, because the intensity of the spiritual warfare that's taking place around us and in these gateways. And so as I share with you this morning to encourage you to keep standing, stand in the gateway, lean on the cross. This cross was erected here in memory of certain people who have, one whose life was lost here, another in the war, but we all know that this cross, the great King, the Savior of all the world, hung on the cross, and he opened up the gateway to the throne room of heaven, never to be closed again. So I encourage us, let's be infused with new power from on high, new strength, new revelation, and not give in. Because I know many ministers are suffering many, many trials right now. And I pray for each and every one of you to have a new indwelling of power in this hour. In Jesus' name, amen.